How do you do? My name is Steven. I'm one of the boots here at Wheaton Labs, and today I wanted to give you a report back on the GAMCOD project set up by the boots here at Wheaton Labs. Today is Saturday, the 28th of September, and as you can see, here is our hugel. We have done a lot of harvesting already, and I do have some numbers, some data to share with you. But here is just one quick glimpse, at our hugel in its current state. So we have 2 pumpkins left to harvest. We have a handful of potatoes that need to be harvested. We have a couple sunchoke plants. It looks like perhaps 4, maybe 3 plants that still need to be harvested here on this side. And if we go to the other side, we have some more potato plants. We also have 1 sweet potato plant in here, and I'm curious to see if this did any better than what we came up with in the greenhouse. For those of you who don't know, we decided to deal with a bunch of sweet potato slips. So back in January, Paul had started some sweet potato slips in the house, and he propagated a whole bunch of them. We planted a handful of them here in the hugel. This one actually made it through. We had some that made it in the greenhouse, and our harvest in there was kind of piddly, but that's coming off of an entire year of nothing being planted in there, and basically that soil baking in the greenhouse for an entire season, for an entire year. So we remediated it a little bit and came up with our first ever sweet potato harvest here at Wheaton Labs, first one on record. And hopefully we'll have one come out of there. But let me give you a quick report back I did write down our numbers currently. Now there's a little bit of, more fine grain calculation we need to do, and it's related to the pumpkins and their seeds. So right now we have the weight of pumpkins, and it's just being recorded as pumpkin flesh. But from what we understand, you have a lot more calories found in the seeds of pumpkins. So we did a little bit of, we took apart 2 pumpkins and we measured the flesh separately from the seeds. I'll have those updated numbers for you in a later update, probably after we harvest those 2 other pumpkins and weigh those as well. But as of right now, and I'm referring back to my notes here, let's see, total calories as of today, Saturday, the 28th of September. Pumpkins, we have 3,824 calories. Potatoes, 1,333. And sunchokes, a whopping 24,229. Like I'm measuring everything in grams, and we've had like 6 kilograms of sunchokes come out of the ground. I'm trying to find ways to make them edible without them living up to their other nickname. Anyhow, our grand total of calories for our segment here, this 1/20th of an acre, is 29,386. If we expand that and assume that if we had an entire acre duplicated with what we've come out with on this hugel so far, then the acre total of calories would be 587,720. What this means is that based on what I'm seeing here, and after we do our fine-grained calculations with the pumpkins, I have a good feeling that the boots will have achieved the 1 million calories goal based on what we've been able to grow here. Now, it's kind of disappointing because as far as I can tell, we only have 4 different plants in here, and that's if we include the sweet potatoes that have yet to be harvested, really yet to be tested at all. There is a daikon radish over here, and as you can see, it's already gone to seed. I don't even know if that one's going to be harvested at all in terms of calorie count. I mean, I have my doubts that it's going to be impressive at all. But I mean, the thing about radishes is that they grow underground, and you really don't know what it's going to look like until you do a harvest. I mean, it has its flowers, it's looking healthy. I definitely want to save some of these seed pods and use them for next season, or even the end of this season going into next. Um, but as far as that counting as our 5th vegetable, I don't know if that's really fair. I don't know what the ratios have to be between the 5 different plants. But all I know is that our sunchokes are blowing everything else out of the water simply because they've become so prolific. And we still have 3 impressively large plants to go. That's probably going to double our calorie count of sunchokes alone. So anyhow, that all remains to be seen. We're probably going to harvest this week. We do have a frost warning happening starting tomorrow night. So I do want to take action on this. Definitely going to protect those pumpkins. And you know, the first frost is typically, or it's reported that the first frost is an appropriate time to harvest sunchokes anyway. We just made the move because the flower heads were dying back already. So we decided to start harvesting them and seeing what they came up with. Maybe we'll get a little bit more if we wait a couple days, or you know, that first frost. But at this point, we're so late into the season, at least around here in Montana, that I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. But I do want to take a look at the 2 pumpkins here. I'll probably grab those tomorrow. And yeah, we have 3 sunchoke plants to grab. But anyhow, that's it for today's update. I think Wheaton Labs will meet its goal of an extrapolated 1 million calories, and it turns out that most of that's going to be sunchokes. So I'm going to learn how to cook them better. That's it for today's update. Thank you for watching, and you'll see and hear us next week.